How's it going, everybody? Chadley here, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the buff that the Wagon wheel received with last Thursday's hotfix. The other day we looked at the hyperfocus, so if you guys want to see how that thing's doing after its buff, definitely go check out one of my other videos. But for now, we're going to be looking at the Wagon wheel, and we are on Wheel of Amara, basically the exact same build that is the last update on the channel for this build, same exact one. And this Wagon wheel used to be right around 11,500 damage, and it received a 30% damage buff, but as you can see, it's only just a hair over 14,000, which isn't a full 30%. There is a previous buff that is not being applied to this weapon, and this is also the case with a couple other weapons in the game. So this weapon should be sitting just short of 15,000 damage at the moment, but this is close enough, and we're just going to take a look at it. But once that other bug gets fixed, we are going to be doing a little bit more than what you are going to see in this video. And I do like to rock the 390 anointment on it. I think it works fantastic, especially when we are using it with like ties that bind on this build. But for this video, I am going to be showing it off without ties that bind. Occasionally, I will grasp somebody, but for the most part, I will show you without it. And our shield is just going to be a transformer with incendiary, and our grenade is going to be an its piss with radiation. And then once we move over to true Maliwan takedown, I'll switch this to corrosive. We are not going to do the Guardian takedown with this gun. I have already tried it, and it is exactly what I thought it would be. It does not work very well at all, so I would stick to using this thing outside of the Guardian takedown. Because unfortunately right now, there's only a handful of weapons that can actually do Guardian takedown, and the buff that the Wagon wheel got was not quite enough for that, but let's go ahead and see how it does here in base Mayhem 10 on Athena's, and then we'll go over to true Maliwan takedown as our next step up. I'm just going to activate my bonus elements. We can just start shredding through these guys. Now, I am actually going to switch my active skill element to shock. I forgot to do that, but right now, as we can see, it is doing fairly well. Now, it definitely does better in group scenarios, so like a single target like that is definitely not where it shines. Once enemies are within a couple feet of each other, like these guys over here are, is where it starts to do way better. So right there, as you can see, it just wiped all of those enemies out and almost this heavyweight. Then right there again, wiped him out and almost the heavyweight again. And definitely, you need to be using this weapon around other enemies. Now, before the bonus projectile nerf on this build, we were able to create, I think it was somewhere between 70 and like 90 projectiles on a headshot, and it was insane. If you guys don't know what the Wagon wheel does, it ricochets bullets on a hit, and then if you hit a crit, it ricochets even more. So definitely make sure you guys are aiming for your crits and just shooting it into groups, and you guys will clear them out super fast. And even a single target like that Nog was able to be killed fairly quick in just base Mayhem 10. Once we get to true takedown, we really won't be able to do that quite as well on single targets. But these groups that are close together in the Maliwan takedown, they will be dying basically just as fast. But let's just go ahead and see how that is doing over there in the true takedown. So I thought the best way to show off the Wagon wheel to you in the true takedown is to get to the Valkyrie part. Now, there's a lot of tightly grouped enemies here, and this is definitely where it shines. And then with also a little ties that bind, we can make the Valkyries immune pretty quick. But then also, we don't even need ties with these groups that spawn in. We can just kind of shoot in there, basically insta-kill them. And then once they are kind of on their own, definitely pull out a different weapon. Like I've said, this is not a single target weapon, not where it shines. But these groups that spawn in, you can kill them very quickly just by using the Wagon wheel by itself. Now, unfortunately, I got caught by post-mortem there, and it's going to screw up the rest of everything for me. But otherwise, we can just keep shooting our Wagon wheels. And then when we do need to, we can just pull out the ties. And those two together is a crazy combo, and that's why we use it on this build. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see how well this weapon still performs. Not quite what it used to be with bonus projectiles, but for right now in just base Mayhem 10, or even sometimes here in true Maliwan takedown, this gun can definitely get the job done and is worthy of a spot in your Wheel of Pain Amara builds if you guys are running this. But like I said, I wouldn't really use this weapon in the Guardian takedown. It just does not hold up to how beefy those enemies are, but that's also the case with 99% of the weapons in the game. They just do not do enough damage to compete with things like the Light Show and stuff like that for the Guardian takedown. But for the time being, this is perfectly fine, and I'm very happy with the buff. And like I said earlier, we are missing a little bit of damage on this, so it's going to be cool to see this gun at its full potential. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful and you guys can decide if you want to be using this in your builds or not. It's not dependent on bonus elements anymore, so if you want to try it on other characters, you're more than welcome to, but I definitely think Amara uses the wagon wheel the best. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see more Borderlands content, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys over on Twitch every single night, right around 7-8 p.m. Central Time. But have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. See ya.